The UEFA Cup final in Manchester will have a degree of local interest. Let's see what might have been for Everton and Walter Smith's involvement, David Weir, etc. Ian Doyle's going to go to that for us tomorrow, and one of the issues he's going to be looking at is the fact that Manchester is hosting big finals like this, and obviously Liverpool isn't.
Sure. So
that'll be one of the issues he'll have a look at for Thursday morning.
Okay, good.
Plenty of other general sports around. There's an inquiry going on in the Rugby League world over the Challenge Cup tie, which Widnes were involved in at the weekend. Hull have fielded an ineligible player, so could be thrown out, which would leave Widnes through to face Bradford, which obviously be a big payday for them. Martin Johnson's announced his first England squad to go to New Zealand, but the new skipper. We've got a piece with Jimmy Anderson, Lancashire, ahead of the test match with New Zealand, and some racing from Chris Wright from York in the build-up to Derby and Oaks trials there. So it's a good package.
It's a good mix, yeah. Smashing. Okay, thanks very much, mate. And Andy, news.
Andy Kelly, the news editor, and I bring a list for everyone to.
We can't sadly give everyone who's watching one of these, but perhaps you can put it online.
But they'll probably go on eBay inside a couple of days.
I'm not sure how much longer the streaming will last for, but we'll see how it plays out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the big story in the city today is the fire in the early hours of the morning at the Blue Coat. Obviously, the city's oldest building, 1715. Richard Dowen is very shortly about to do a full chat with Alistair Upton, the chief exec of the Blue Coat. So we're waiting to speak to him. I'm expecting a sort of, hopefully from him, a sort of will rise again from this. About 20% of the building has been damaged. We're also looking at. Yeah, we've got reaction from him online already, right. But they've been quite circumspect and want to fully assess where they're at before committing to it. Yeah, the insurance assessors will be in the morning. It was the fire service were alerted by an automatic fire alarm, and I'm just checking out whether that was something that was installed, in the revamp they did recently, which there's a potential, I guess, that fire alarm has saved the entire building from going. So we've got pictures from there. They were due to do a relaunch event on Friday with a lot of the businesses that are back in there, the creative industries. That's obviously been cancelled.
Such a shame for them, isn't it?
Yeah, considering the amount of time and effort that's gone into it. We've also had a chat with a lot of those businesses and how it's going to affect them. So we've got a lot of good reaction. I thought we should do a history panel on the Blue Coat, obviously steeped in sort of history of the city, really. Yeah, and Martin's sort of got some up-to-date pictures for us. So we'll turn that to page 5, where we'll put the second panel, and hopefully, as I say, a good chat with the top man at the Blue Coat. People watching the blog online will already know, but Frank Field, after Gordon Brown sent out Ed Bowles to do a character assassination on him yesterday, they seem to have come to a compromise on the 10p tax row that has threatened to engulf the Labour Party. It looks like they've managed to find a compromise which is acceptable, so Rob will have all the details on that. Picture-wise, there's been some local school kids going to one of the forensic labs at JMU, see how the whole science works. Page 3, lovely story about an artist called Mark Leckie, who's from Birkenhead originally. And he's today been shortlisted for the Turner Prize. And one of the quirky aspects of his work is that he uses the Simpsons characters in his art. So I'm waiting to see some of the images, but it should make for a good quirky read, and hopefully Liam has had the chance to have a chat with him. I just haven't managed to tie in with him this afternoon to see if he's grabbed him. Page 4, we'll look at some of the Health Commission stats that are around today. This looks at how patients are rated the hospitals when they've gone in there and actually used them. And the Cardiothoracic Centre at Broad Green, I think if it may well have come out as the best in the country, certainly one of the best in the country. So Lisa will give a full rundown on how all our hospitals across Merseyside have done. 5 will turn the Blue Coat story there. 6, favourite story of the day. Some files released by the Ministry of Defence have shown that some of their staff spotted a UFO above Wallasey Town Hall quite a few years back. This is, doesn't appear to have done any damage to the good folk of Wirral, but one of those stories I think that you can't help read once you know the basics of it.
That'll go well on the web.
Yeah, it's not the only spot they've had, but it's the nearest one for us.